Sharks are fascinating creatures, and their ability to navigate the vast oceans is nothing short of remarkable. One of the ways sharks find their way is through a phenomenon known as magnetoreception, which allows them to detect the Earth's magnetic field. This ability is thought to be linked to specialized cells in their bodies, known as electroreceptors, which can sense the electric fields generated by the movement of the Earth's magnetic field. Sharks, particularly those like the great white and hammerhead, are known to travel long distances, sometimes covering thousands of miles. And they seem to have an innate sense of direction, which may be guided by these magnetic cues. Researchers have found that when sharks are in areas where the magnetic field is altered, they may become disoriented, suggesting that they rely heavily on this natural compass to navigate. Interestingly, the concept of sleep in sharks is also quite unique. Unlike humans, sharks do not have eyelids, which makes it hard to tell when they are asleep. Instead, some species of sharks have been observed to enter a restful state, where their body becomes less active, and they may stay still on the ocean floor, or slowly swim in a specific pattern. This state is crucial for their survival, as it allows them to conserve energy while still being alert to potential threats or prey. Some scientists believe that sharks can rest one hemisphere of their brain while the other remains active, allowing them to continue swimming and to maintain their awareness of their surroundings, which is essential for their safety in a predator-rich environment. The relationship between the Earth's magnetic field and the behavior of sharks has led to numerous studies, revealing that these magnificent animals can detect changes in magnetic intensity and inclination. This capability is thought to be especially important during migrations, as sharks often travel to spawning grounds or feeding areas based on the magnetic signatures of those locations. Some researchers have even suggested that sharks might be able to use the magnetic field to determine their latitude and longitude, giving them an impressive navigational advantage in the open ocean. In addition to magnetoreception, sharks also rely on other senses to navigate their environment. They possess a keen sense of smell, which allows them to detect blood and other chemical signals from miles away. This ability to smell is so acute that it often surpasses their magnetic navigation when it comes to locating prey. Moreover, sharks have excellent hearing and can pick up low-frequency sounds, which further aids their ability to find food and communicate with one another. As scientists continue to study these incredible animals, sharks, those incredible and often misunderstood creatures of the ocean, possess a unique set of sensory organs that allow them to navigate the waters with remarkable precision. One of these extraordinary abilities is their capacity to detect the Earth's magnetic field, and this ability is attributed to specialized sensory organs known as the ampullae of Lorenzini. These tiny jelly-filled sacs are scattered all over a shark's head, particularly around the snout, and they serve as electroreceptors. What makes these organs so fascinating is their sensitivity to electric fields, including the weak electromagnetic fields generated by the Earth itself. The ampullae of Lorenzini function by detecting changes in electric potential, which can occur due to the Earth's magnetic field, as well as the bioelectric signals produced by other marine animals. Sharks can sense these subtle electric signals, which helps them to orient themselves, navigate through vast ocean waters, and even locate prey that may be hiding beneath the sand or mud. This ability is especially crucial for species that hunt in murky waters, where visibility is limited and traditional sight may not be as effective. Furthermore, researchers believe that the ampullae of Lorenzini may also play a role in temperature detection, as the organs can potentially respond to thermal gradients, enhancing a shark's ability to find prey or suitable environments. The combination of electroreception and the capacity to sense temperature differences allows sharks to thrive in various marine habitats, making them efficient predators. The capacity to detect the Earth's magnetic field is not unique to sharks. Other species, such as rays and some types of fish, possess similar structures, allowing them to navigate the oceans effectively. However, the evolutionary adaptations seen in sharks, particularly their reliance on these sensory organs, highlight the incredible ways in which animals have evolved to survive and flourish in their environments, demonstrating a deep connection between species and the natural world. This remarkable sensory adaptation is just one of the many ways sharks exhibit their fascinating biology, showcasing the complexities of life beneath the waves. Sharks are fascinating creatures, not only because of their size and strength, but also due to their incredible sensory abilities, which allow them to thrive in the vast oceans. One of the most remarkable features of sharks is their ability to detect electromagnetic fields, thanks to specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini. These unique structures are small jelly-filled canals located primarily on the shark's head, around the snout, and near the eyes. The ampullae of Lorenzini are sensitive to electric fields generated by all living organisms, which means sharks can sense the faintest electrical signals produced by the muscle contractions and heartbeats of prey. This ability is crucial, especially in environments where visibility is limited, such as murky waters or at great depths, allowing sharks to hunt effectively even when they cannot see their targets. When a shark swims through the water, the ampullae of Lorenzini can pick up the electric fields surrounding it. The jelly-like substance inside these canals conducts electricity, and when an electric field is detected, it stimulates the sensory cells within the ampullae, sending signals to the shark's brain. The shark can interpret these signals, helping it to locate prey, navigate through its environment, and even avoid predators. This adaptation is particularly useful for species like the great white shark or the hammerhead, which often hunt in areas where they might not have a clear line of sight to their prey. Interestingly, the ampullae of Lorenzini not only help sharks find food, but also assist in navigation. Sharks are known to migrate long distances, sometimes crossing entire oceans to reach breeding grounds or feeding areas. During these migrations, they utilize various cues, including the Earth's magnetic field, which they can sense through the ampullae. This ability to detect magnetic fields helps sharks orient themselves and navigate accurately across vast distances. Recent studies suggest that sharks can detect the Earth's magnetic field and may use it as a guide, much like a compass, allowing them to travel efficiently in the open ocean. Moreover, the ampullae of Lorenzini also play a role in social interactions among sharks. By detecting the electric signals generated by other sharks, they can communicate and establish dominance or find potential mates. This intricate use of electromagnetic sensing highlights the complexity of shark behavior and their adaptation to life in the ocean. As researchers continue to study these remarkable creatures, they uncover more about how these sensory organs contribute to the survival and success of sharks in their underwater world, revealing just how scientists have long been fascinated by the incredible abilities of sharks, particularly when it comes to their migratory patterns, which can span thousands of miles across the ocean. Research suggests that sharks possess a unique ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field, which plays a crucial role in helping them navigate during their long journeys. This magnetic sense, known as magnetoreception, is believed to work in several ways, and while the exact mechanisms are still being studied, there are a few prevailing theories that offer insights into how these magnificent creatures use the magnetic field to find their way. One of the leading theories posits that sharks have specialized cells called electroreceptors located in their snouts, which allow them to sense electrical fields in the water. These receptors, known as the ampullae of Lorenzini, are sensitive to minute changes in the electromagnetic field, enabling sharks to detect the Earth's magnetic field lines. By combining this information with other environmental cues such as water temperature, salinity, and even the position of the sun, Sharks are thought to create a mental map of their migratory routes, allowing them to travel consistently between feeding and breeding grounds. Another interesting aspect of sharks' navigation is the possibility that they can detect the angle of the magnetic field. The Earth's magnetic field varies in strength and direction depending on the location, and this variation could serve as a compass for sharks, guiding them towards specific destinations. For instance, certain species of sharks, like the great white shark, are known to migrate over vast distances, and they may use this ability to align themselves with the Earth's magnetic field, ensuring they stay on course during their journey. Moreover, some studies have suggested that juvenile sharks may learn the magnetic signatures of their local environments, which helps them navigate as they mature. This learning process could involve a combination of instinct and experience, where young sharks adapt their migratory behavior based on the magnetic field they encounter. This adaptability is crucial, especially in a changing environment, where factors such as ocean currents and temperature shifts can significantly impact their migration patterns. Additionally, scientists have experimented with altering the magnetic fields in certain areas to see how sharks respond, and the results have been quite revealing. When subjected to altered magnetic conditions, sharks often display erratic swimming behavior, suggesting that their navigational abilities are indeed influenced by magnetic cues. This research not only highlights the sophistication of sharks as navigators, but also emphasizes the importance of understanding their migratory routes for conservation efforts. As many species face the Earth's magnetic field, plays a fascinating, yet often overlooked role in the lives of sharks, influencing both their breeding and feeding behaviors in significant ways, which is particularly intriguing given that sharks are known for their remarkable navigational abilities. Sharks, like many other marine animals, possess specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, which are capable of detecting weak electrical fields, including the Earth's magnetic field. This ability allows sharks to perceive their surroundings in a unique way, helping them to navigate vast ocean distances, which is especially important during breeding migrations, when they travel to specific locations to mate or give birth. During these migrations, certain shark species, such as the great white shark and the hammerhead shark, have been found to use the Earth's magnetic field as a sort of natural GPS, guiding them along migratory routes that may span thousands of miles. This is crucial, as these routes often lead to areas with abundant food, resources, or safe havens for birthing young. In fact, research has shown that some shark species can even detect variations in the magnetic field, allowing them to recognize specific geographic locations based on their magnetic signatures, which is a remarkable adaptation for survival. In addition to navigation, the magnetic field may also influence feeding behaviors, as sharks often hunt in specific areas where prey is plentiful. For instance, certain species of sharks are known to congregate in regions with unique geological features, such as underwater canyons or continental shelves, which are often associated with variations in the magnetic field. These features can attract schools of fish and other prey, making them prime hunting grounds. Sharks may be able to sense these changes in the magnetic field, allowing them to locate productive feeding areas more efficiently, thereby enhancing their ability to find food. Moreover, studies suggest that the magnetic field might play a role in the reproductive success of sharks, as the magnetic cues could help them find the right conditions for breeding. By migrating to areas with specific magnetic properties, sharks may be better able to ensure the survival of their offspring, as these locations often provide the right mix of nutrients and safety from predators. This connection between magnetism and breeding highlights the intricate relationship between sharks and their environment, showcasing how they have evolved to utilize the Earth's natural forces to thrive in their habitats. Understanding the role of the Earth's magnetic field in the lives of sharks not only sheds light on their complex behaviors, but also emphasizes the importance of conserving their habitats, as changes in the environment could disrupt their migratory pathways and feeding grounds. As sharks, those fascinating ocean predators, are known for their incredible ability to navigate vast distances, And one of the lesser-known factors influencing their migration patterns is the Earth's magnetic field. Sharks possess specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, which are capable of detecting electrical fields and changes in the magnetic field, enabling them to sense the Earth's magnetic forces. This ability is crucial for long-distance migration, as sharks often travel thousands of miles to reach breeding or feeding grounds, and the Earth's magnetic field acts like a natural GPS for them. Research has shown that variations in the Earth's magnetic field, caused by natural phenomena such as solar activity and geomagnetic storms, can influence shark behavior. For instance, changes in magnetic intensity or direction can lead sharks to alter their migratory routes, as they rely on the magnetic field to guide them. Some studies suggest that sharks may use the magnetic field to orient themselves and find their way home after long migrations, much like sailors using a compass. Interestingly, different species of sharks may reserve different results to low-frequency magnetic fields, which can affect their swimming patterns and navigation. This suggests that the magnetic field not only influences adult sharks, but also plays a significant role in the development and migratory behavior of younger sharks, highlighting the importance of understanding these variations for conservation efforts. Moreover, the Earth's magnetic field is not static. It undergoes gradual shifts over time, a phenomenon known as geomagnetic secular variation. These long-term changes can result in shifts in the locations of magnetic poles, which could have implications for shark migration if they rely on specific magnetic cues that may become altered. The ability of sharks to adapt to these changes remains an area of ongoing research, as scientists seek to understand the full impact of magnetic field variations on their migratory patterns. As researchers continue to explore this intriguing relationship between sharks and the Earth's magnetic field, they have also found that other environmental factors, such as water temperature, salinity, and ocean currents, interact with magnetic cues, creating a complex web of influences on shark behavior. This interplay between different sensory inputs underscores the adaptability of sharks as they navigate the oceans, ensuring their survival in a constantly changing environment. The study of how variations in the Earth's magnetic field influence shark migration patterns not only enhances our understanding of these remarkable creatures, but also emphasizes the need for ongoing research and conservation efforts to protect their habitats, ensuring that future generations can sense. The idea that sharks can sense magnetic fields is a fascinating topic that has intrigued scientists and nature enthusiasts alike. Research has shown that sharks possess specialized sensory organs known as the ampullae of Lorenzini, which are filled with a jelly-like substance, enabling them to detect electrical fields in the water, but evidence suggests that they may also respond to magnetic fields. In studies, scientists have placed sharks in controlled environments where they observed their behavior in response to changes in magnetic fields, leading to intriguing results. For example, one notable experiment involved using a magnetic field generator to create a specific magnetic environment, and researchers noticed that sharks altered their swimming patterns when exposed to these fields, suggesting they could perceive magnetic cues. Additionally, some studies have indicated that sharks may use the Earth's magnetic field for navigation, particularly during long migrations. To further explore this phenomenon, researchers have investigated the presence of magnetite, a magnetic mineral, in shark tissues, which could play a role in their ability to detect magnetic fields. The evidence gathered from these various studies has led to a growing consensus among marine biologists that sharks may indeed have a magnetic sense, which is a remarkable adaptation that aids in their survival, allowing them to find prey, navigate vast oceanic distances, and perhaps even locate breeding grounds. This intriguing capability adds another layer to our understanding of these incredible creatures and their relationship with the natural world, revealing just how finely tuned their senses are to the environment around them. Sharks, fascinating creatures of the ocean, have an incredible ability to navigate through the vast waters, and this skill is influenced by various environmental factors, particularly water temperature and salinity. To understand this, it's essential to know that sharks possess specialized organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini, which allow them to detect electric fields in the water, as well as the Earth's magnetic field. These organs are sensitive to changes in their environment, which include the temperature of the water and the levels of salinity, both of which can affect how sharks perceive magnetic fields. When it comes to water temperature, sharks are known to be ectothermic, meaning their body temperature is regulated by the surrounding water. As temperatures rise or fall, it can affect their metabolic rates and subsequently their swimming behavior and energy levels. Warmer waters can enhance a shark's ability to detect magnetic fields, as increased temperatures can lead to a heightened metabolic state, allowing the shark to be more active and responsive to environmental cues. However, extreme temperatures, whether hot or cold, can also stress the shark, potentially impairing its navigation skills. Salinity, on the other hand, refers to the saltiness of the water, which can vary greatly in different marine environments. Changes in salinity can affect the density of the water, which in turn influences how electric and magnetic fields propagate. Sharks are adept at sensing these differences, and their navigational abilities can be impacted by shifts in salinity. For instance, in areas where freshwater runoff meets seawater, known as estuaries, the salinity levels can vary widely, creating a unique environment that sharks need to navigate carefully. In these situations, their ability to use magnetic fields for orientation may be challenged, as the varying salinity can disrupt their sensory perception. Additionally, the interplay between temperature and salinity can create unique habitats, like coral reefs or tidal zones, where sharks may need to adapt their navigation strategies. For example, in warmer, more saline waters, sharks might find themselves more capable of utilizing the magnetic field for long-distance navigation, while in cooler, less saline waters, they might rely more on visual cues or other sensory information to find their way. These adaptations are crucial for their survival as they migrate across vast distances for breeding, feeding, and other essential activities. In essence, the complex relationship between water temperature, salinity, and a shark's navigational abilities showcases the remarkable adaptability of these creatures. Their evolutionary history has equipped them with sharks. Those fascinating creatures of the ocean have long captured our curiosity, especially when it comes to their remarkable navigation skills. Among the many mysteries surrounding them, one particularly intriguing aspect is their ability to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field, a trait that not all shark species exhibit equally. Research has shown that certain shark species are more reliant on this magnetic navigation than others, which can influence their migratory patterns, feeding habits, and overall behavior. For instance, the great white shark, known for its impressive size and predatory prowess, is one species that displays a notable reliance on magnetic cues. Studies have indicated that these sharks can detect the Earth's magnetic field and use it to guide their long migrations across vast oceanic distances. Similarly, tiger sharks, which are known for their adaptability and varied diet, have also been shown to exhibit this magnetic navigation capability, allowing them to efficiently find prey and suitable habitats. On the other hand, species such as the nurse shark, which tends to be more sedentary and prefers shallow waters, may not rely as heavily on magnetic cues for navigation. Instead, Nurse sharks often rely on their keen sense of smell and other sensory information, which helps them thrive in their specific environments. This difference in reliance on magnetic navigation illustrates how various species have adapted their navigational strategies based on their ecological niches and lifestyles. Interestingly, research has also suggested that the hammerhead shark, particularly the great hammerhead, exhibits a sophisticated use of magnetic fields, which may aid in its hunting techniques. The unique shape of its head, with the eyes positioned on either side, could enhance its ability to detect subtle changes in the magnetic field, providing it with an advantage during its hunting expeditions. As scientists continue to study these remarkable animals, they are uncovering more about how different species utilize magnetic navigation, revealing the complexity and diversity of shark behaviors. The variations in reliance on this navigational tool highlight the adaptations that sharks have developed over millions of years, showcasing their resilience and survival skills in the ever-changing marine environment. Understanding these differences not only enhances our knowledge of sharks, but also underscores the importance of conserving their habitats, as the health of ocean ecosystems directly impacts these incredible creatures. Researchers study the magnetic navigation abilities of sharks in controlled environments through a combination of behavioral experiments, tracking technology, and laboratory simulations. One of the most significant methods involves the use of large tanks or enclosures that can mimic the natural oceanic conditions, including water temperature, salinity, and, importantly, the Earth's magnetic field. In these settings, scientists can control the magnetic fields and observe how sharks respond to changes, allowing them to gather data on how these creatures use Earth's magnetic field for navigation. One common approach is to use a technique called the magnetic displacement experiment. In this setup, researchers place sharks in a large tank, equipped with magnets or devices that can manipulate the magnetic field. By altering the magnetic environment, scientists can observe the sharks' swimming patterns, their orientation, and whether they can still find their way to specific locations within the tank. This helps researchers understand how sharks might use magnetic cues when migrating long distances in the open ocean. Moreover, some studies involve tracking the movements of sharks in the wild using satellite tags. These tags can record the sharks' locations and movements over time, providing insights into their migratory patterns and how they might be influenced by magnetic fields. When combined with data about the Earth's magnetic field, researchers can make connections between the sharks' movements and the magnetic cues they are likely using for navigation. In addition, scientists often conduct experiments with younger sharks, known as pups, to see if they possess the same navigational abilities as adults. By testing pups in controlled environments, researchers can determine at what age these skills develop, which can shed light on the evolutionary aspects of magnetic navigation in sharks. Another fascinating method involves using virtual reality and computer simulations to create environments that replicate the ocean's magnetic field. By immersing sharks in these simulated environments, researchers can manipulate variables and observe how the sharks respond to different magnetic conditions, providing further understanding of their navigation strategies. Through these various methods, researchers are making significant strides in uncovering the mysteries of how sharks navigate the vast oceans, revealing a complex interplay of sensory information, instincts, and environmental cues that allow these remarkable creatures to traverse thousands of miles with precision. The ongoing research into their magnetic navigation abilities not only enhances our understanding of shark behavior, but it also raises important questions about how environmental changes such as shifts in magnetic fields might impact their migratory routes and overall survival. Recent technological advancements have significantly enhanced our ability to track and study shark movements, particularly in relation to the Earth's magnetic field, which is a fascinating aspect of their behavior. One of the most groundbreaking developments has been the use of satellite tagging, which allows researchers to monitor the movements of sharks across vast distances. These satellite tags, equipped with GPS technology, provide real-time data on the sharks' locations, enabling scientists to observe their migratory patterns, feeding habits, and interactions with their environment. Additionally, researchers have developed specialized tags that can measure the depth and temperature of the water, providing further insights into how sharks utilize different ocean layers and how they respond to changes in their surroundings. In relation to the Earth's magnetic field, scientists have been using advanced technologies such as geomagnetic sensors to understand how sharks navigate using magnetic cues. Sharks possess specialized cells called ampullae of Lorenzini, which allow them to detect weak electrical fields, but they also seem to have a remarkable ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field. Recent studies have utilized these sensors to explore how sharks orient themselves during long migrations, with researchers setting up experiments to test how sharks react to changes in magnetic fields. This combination of satellite tracking and geomagnetic sensing has opened new avenues for understanding the complex navigation systems of sharks. Furthermore, advancements in machine learning and artificial intelligence have begun to play a role in analyzing the vast amounts of data collected from these tracking devices. By using algorithms, researchers can identify patterns in shark movements that may correlate with environmental changes, such as shifts in ocean temperature or currents, which are crucial for understanding how sharks adapt to their habitats. This integration of technology not only provides a clearer picture of shark behavior, but also raises important questions about their conservation, as understanding their migratory routes can inform protective measures in key habitats. In addition to satellite tagging and geomagnetic sensors, researchers are increasingly turning to underwater drones and remotely operated vehicles to observe sharks in their natural environments. These devices allow scientists to capture high-definition footage and gather data without disturbing the sharks, providing a more detailed understanding of their behaviors and interactions with other marine species. This non-invasive approach complements the data obtained from tagging, creating a more holistic view of shark ecology. Overall, the combination of these technological advancements has revolutionized our understanding of sharks, particularly how they navigate using the Earth's magnetic field. As researchers continue to innovate and refine these technologies, we gain deeper insights into the lives of these incredible creatures, ensuring that conservation efforts are guided by solid scientific evidence. Sharks are known for their incredible navigation skills, which allow them to traverse vast oceans, often returning to the same breeding or feeding grounds year after year. Unlike many terrestrial animals, sharks rely on a combination of sensory inputs to navigate, including their keen sense of smell, which can detect minute concentrations of substances in the water, their ability to sense electric fields generated by other animals through specialized organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, and their acute hearing, which can pick up low-frequency sounds over long distances. These adaptations enable sharks to follow specific migratory routes, often hundreds or even thousands of miles long, using the Earth's magnetic field as a guide, similar to how some birds navigate during migration. In comparison, sea turtles also exhibit remarkable navigation abilities, but their methods differ somewhat from those of sharks. Sea turtles, especially the loggerhead and green turtles, are known to migrate thousands of miles between nesting and feeding sites, often crossing entire oceans. They utilize the Earth's magnetic field to help them navigate, much like sharks do, but they are also believed to rely heavily on visual cues and the position of the sun. When they are close to shore, sea turtles can use landmarks and even the smell of their home beaches to guide them back to their nesting sites. This combination of magnetic and visual navigation allows them to undertake long, migratory journeys, returning to the same beaches where they were born to lay their eggs. While both sharks and sea turtles are adept navigators, their methods reflect adaptations to their specific lifestyles and environments. Sharks are more reliant on sensory perception and can detect prey from great distances, which aids in their hunting strategy. while sea turtles leverage a mix of sensory cues and environmental factors for their long-distance migrations. The ability of both these creatures to navigate the oceans showcases the incredible variety of adaptations found in marine life, illustrating how different species have evolved to thrive in their respective niches. Each migratory journey they undertake is a testament to their resilience and the intricate natural processes that govern life in the ocean. Understanding how sharks navigate their vast ocean habitats can significantly influence marine conservation efforts, as it reveals not only the intricate behaviors of these apex predators, but also the health of marine ecosystems. Sharks possess remarkable abilities to sense their environment, using a combination of their acute sense of smell, electroreception, and the Earth's magnetic fields, which allows them to travel thousands of miles with precision. By studying these navigation techniques, scientists can gain insights into shark migration patterns, which are often linked to breeding, feeding, and environmental changes. This knowledge is crucial for creating effective marine protected areas, as it helps identify essential habitats that need safeguarding, ensuring that these regions are preserved for shark populations as well as the myriad of other species that share these ecosystems. Furthermore, understanding shark navigation can inform policies aimed at reducing human impacts on their habitats. For instance, if researchers discover that sharks are being disrupted by fishing activities or coastal development during their migratory routes, conservationists can advocate for changes in fishing regulations or the establishment of no fishing zones during key migration periods. This proactive approach protects not only sharks but also the broader biodiversity they help maintain, as healthy shark populations contribute to the balance of marine life. Additionally, mapping out shark movements can assist in assessing the impacts of climate change on their habitats. As ocean temperatures rise and sea levels change, sharks may alter their migratory routes in search of suitable environments. By tracking these changes, conservationists can better understand how shifting ecosystems affect shark behaviors, leading to better targeted conservation strategies. For instance, if certain areas become less hospitable due to warming waters, steps can be taken to enhance protections in alternative habitats that sharks may rely on. Moreover, understanding shark navigation has implications for public awareness and education about the importance of these creatures. By highlighting their sophisticated navigation skills and the challenges they face, conservationists can foster greater appreciation for sharks among the public, which is essential for garnering support for conservation initiatives. Engaging communities in conservation efforts can lead to more sustainable practices as people become more invested in protecting the ocean ecosystems that sharks inhabit. In summary, comprehending how sharks navigate not only enriches our scientific knowledge about these fascinating creatures, but also plays a pivotal role in shaping effective conservation practices. It ensures that sharks, as vital components of marine health, continue to thrive in our oceans, ultimately benefiting the entire marine environment and the diverse life forms that depend on it. Sharks, those fascinating creatures of the deep, are known for their incredible navigational skills, which they have honed over millions of years. However, as climate change progresses and the Earth's magnetic field undergoes shifts, scientists are beginning to explore how these factors might affect shark behavior and navigation. Sharks possess a unique sense known as electroreception, which allows them to detect the electric fields generated by all living organisms, aiding them in hunting and navigating their environment. But with rising ocean temperatures, which can alter the distribution of prey species, sharks may find themselves adapting to new hunting grounds, potentially leading to changes in their migratory patterns. Additionally, ocean acidification, a consequence of climate change, affects the sensory capabilities of sharks, which could impair their ability to detect prey and navigate effectively. On another note, the Earth's magnetic field, which sharks are believed to use as a natural compass, is not static. It fluctuates over time, influenced by various geological and solar activities. These shifts can modify the magnetic signals that sharks rely on for navigation, leading to disorientation or changes in migratory routes. As the magnetic poles shift, it's possible that sharks, particularly species that undertake long migrations, might struggle to find their way, which could result in population declines in areas where they traditionally breed or feed. Furthermore, the combination of altered water temperatures and changing magnetic fields might affect the timing of reproduction, as many sharks are sensitive to environmental cues that signal breeding seasons. Research is ongoing, but some studies suggest that certain shark species may also exhibit behavioral changes in response to the stresses created by climate change, such as increased storm activity or habitat degradation from pollution and overfishing. This could lead to a shift in social structures, as sharks may congregate in new areas or change their hunting strategies to adapt to the changing environment. In coastal areas, where warmer waters attract more sharks, interactions with humans may increase, leading to a higher frequency of shark sightings and potential conflicts, which can complicate conservation efforts. As we continue to monitor these changes, it becomes increasingly clear that the impacts of climate change and shifts in the Earth's magnetic field are complex and far-reaching, affecting not just individual shark species, but entire marine ecosystems. They're about permitting the floor post. I decide to how sharks respond to artificial magnetic fields has revealed fascinating insights into their behavior and sensory capabilities. Scientists have employed various experimental methods to test these responses, with one common approach being the use of controlled laboratory settings, where researchers can manipulate magnetic fields and observe shark reactions in a safe, contained environment. For instance, in some studies, sharks have been placed in large tanks, where researchers can create artificial magnetic fields and measure the shark's movements and behavior in response to these changes. They have utilized advanced tracking technology to monitor how sharks navigate within these fields, allowing for precise data collection on their movements and any changes in direction or speed. Another method involves field studies, where researchers have gone into natural environments, such as coastal waters, to investigate how sharks react to magnetic anomalies. By using specially designed magnets or electromagnetic devices, scientists can generate artificial magnetic fields and observe whether the sharks exhibit any noticeable changes in behavior, such as alterations in migration patterns or feeding habits. In these studies, researchers often employ underwater cameras and acoustic tags to track the shark's movements in real time, providing a wealth of data on how these creatures interact with their environment. Some experiments also involve comparing the responses of different shark species to artificial magnetic fields, which can help scientists understand whether certain species are more sensitive to magnetic changes than others. This comparative approach can involve using species-specific tracking devices, allowing researchers to gather data on how individual species navigate and respond to magnetic stimuli. Additionally, scientists have conducted experiments using electrical stimuli, as sharks are known to have electroreceptors, which can provide further insight into how they perceive their surroundings and how magnetic fields may influence their behavior. Overall, these experimental methods have significantly contributed to our understanding of sharks and their remarkable sensory systems, highlighting their ability to detect and respond to magnetic fields in ways that are still being explored and understood. These studies are not only crucial for understanding shark behavior, but also have important implications for their conservation and management in changing ocean environments. Sharks, fascinating creatures of the ocean, exhibit remarkable navigation strategies, which evolve significantly as they progress through different life stages, such as from juvenile to adult. In their early years, juvenile sharks often rely on a combination of environmental cues such as water temperature, salinity, and the presence of specific coastal structures to navigate their surroundings. For instance, many young sharks tend to stay close to shorelines, where they can find abundant food sources such as smaller fish and crustaceans, while also benefiting from the protective cover of shallow waters, which shelters them from larger predators. This coastal habitat provides a rich learning environment, allowing juvenile sharks to develop their navigation skills as they begin to associate particular landmarks with food availability and safety. As sharks mature into adulthood, their navigation strategies become more sophisticated and complex. Adult sharks are known to possess an incredible ability to cover vast distances across open ocean, often migrating thousands of miles to find breeding grounds or feeding areas. They utilize a combination of biological and environmental cues during this phase, including the Earth's magnetic field, which they can sense through specialized cells in their heads, known as ampullae of Lorenzini. This sensitivity to magnetic fields allows sharks to orient themselves and navigate with precision, even in the deep ocean, where visual cues are scarce. Additionally, adult sharks are known to follow specific migratory routes, often dictated by the seasonal availability of prey, such as schools of fish or migrating marine mammals, showcasing their ability to adapt their navigation strategies based on ecological factors. Moreover, the social behavior of sharks can also influence their navigation. Some adult sharks, like the great white shark, are known to engage in cooperative hunting, which may require them to communicate and coordinate their movements with other sharks. This social aspect indicates that as sharks age, they not only enhance their solitary navigation skills, but also learn to adapt their strategies in response to the presence of others, creating a more dynamic approach to finding food and avoiding threats. Interestingly, research has shown that the experience gained during the juvenile stage can play a significant role in shaping the navigation abilities of adult sharks. Sharks that have spent their early years in environments rich in diverse habitats may develop stronger spatial memory and a better understanding of their migratory routes, allowing them to be more efficient in their adult lives. As they transition from the sheltered nursery grounds to the expansive open ocean, their navigation skills become critical for survival, requiring a blend of learned behaviors and instinctive responses to the dynamic marine environment. These magnetic anomalies in the ocean are fascinating phenomena. They occur when there are variations in the Earth's magnetic field, which can be influenced by several factors, including the composition of the seabed and geological formations beneath the ocean floor. These anomalies can be detected using specialized instruments, and they play a crucial role in understanding the Earth's geological history, as well as in navigation for certain marine animals, including sharks. Sharks, particularly species like the great white shark, are equipped with an extraordinary sense of electromagnetic fields, which enables them to detect these magnetic. This ability is thought to assist them in navigation over long distances, as they can sense the Earth's magnetic field and use it as a guide, much like how humans use maps or GPS. The significance of these magnetic anomalies extends beyond navigation, as they may also influence shark behavior, such as migration patterns, feeding strategies, and even breeding locations. For instance, when sharks migrate over vast oceanic distances, they may rely on these magnetic cues to find their way to specific feeding grounds or breeding areas, which are often located far from their starting points. Additionally, understanding how sharks interact with magnetic anomalies can help scientists learn more about their habitats, which is vital for conservation efforts. Studies have shown that sharks can detect these magnetic fields from several kilometers away, which adds another layer of complexity to their migratory routes. Furthermore, researchers are exploring how changes in the Earth's magnetic field, caused by natural events or human activities, might impact shark navigation and behavior, With the ocean being a dynamic environment where temperature, salinity, and currents can vary greatly, the ability to navigate using magnetic anomalies becomes even more critical for sharks, as it helps them adapt to changing conditions. As scientists continue to study these fascinating creatures, the relationship between magnetic anomalies and shark navigation sheds light on the intricate ways in which marine animals interact with their environment, offering insights that are essential for both their survival and our understanding of ocean ecosystems. Sharks, those magnificent creatures of the ocean, have long fascinated scientists and nature lovers alike, especially when it comes to their incredible ability to navigate vast distances in the sea. Research has shown that sharks possess a unique sense known as electroreception, which allows them to detect electric fields in their environment. This ability, combined with their sensitivity to the Earth's magnetic fields, leads to intriguing questions about how they use these cues for navigation. Studies indicate that sharks can indeed sense the Earth's magnetic field, and they may use this information to orient themselves during long migrations. But understanding the specific behavioral cues that indicate when sharks are utilizing these magnetic fields is a complex endeavor. Observations in the wild and controlled experiments have revealed certain behaviors that might suggest a shark is relying on magnetic cues. For instance, during migratory periods, sharks have been seen swimming in specific directions that align with the Earth's magnetic field lines, often traveling long distances across open water. When researchers have manipulated magnetic fields in laboratory settings, some shark species have shown changes in their swimming patterns, indicating they are responsive to these cues. Furthermore, when young sharks are exposed to altered magnetic environments, they sometimes exhibit confusion in their navigation, which suggests that they depend on magnetic fields as part of their orientation toolkit. Sharks also display a behavior known as compass orientation, where they maintain a consistent heading relative to the Earth's magnetic field. This behavior can be observed when sharks, after being released in unfamiliar waters, swim in a straight line towards their migratory destinations, suggesting they are utilizing the magnetic field as a guide. Additionally, certain species have shown an ability to adjust their heading when they are in areas with varying magnetic intensity, indicating an awareness of the magnetic landscape around them. Moreover, the time of day can also play a role in the behavior of sharks as they navigate using magnetic fields. Some studies suggest that sharks may be more active in their use of magnetic cues during specific times, such as dawn or dusk, when their other senses might be heightened, allowing them to combine visual and magnetic information for better navigation. Researchers are continually exploring these behavioral cues using techniques such as tracking movements with GPS devices and studying the shark's responses to changes in magnetic fields in both the wild and controlled environments. This ongoing research aims to deepen our understanding of how sharks interact with their environment, not only in terms of navigation, but also in relation to their hunting strategies and social behaviors. The more we learn about these fascinating signals, the clearer it becomes. Sharks, fascinating creatures of the ocean, have developed remarkable ways to navigate and coordinate their movements, especially when swimming in groups, often referred to as schools. One intriguing aspect of their navigation is their ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field, a skill that researchers have been studying for years. Sharks possess specialized cells known as ampullae of Lorenzini, which can detect electromagnetic fields. These cells, located in the shark's snout, allow them to perceive minute changes in the Earth's magnetic field, which helps them orient themselves during long-distance migrations and while hunting. When sharks swim in groups, they often exhibit synchronized movements, which can be attributed to a combination of sensory inputs and social behaviors. While the Earth's magnetic field plays a crucial role in their overall navigation, sharks also rely on their acute sense of smell, as well as their ability to hear low-frequency sounds, which can signal the presence of other sharks or prey. This multi-sensory approach enables them to coordinate their movements more effectively, allowing them to stay close to one another while navigating through the vast ocean. Research suggests that when sharks are in groups, they may communicate with one another through body language and subtle changes in their swimming patterns. For instance, if one shark detects a change in the magnetic field, it may alter its swimming direction, prompting others to follow suit, thereby maintaining cohesion within the group. This collective behavior is not only advantageous for hunting, but also serves as a defense mechanism against larger predators, as there is safety in numbers. Moreover, studies have shown that some shark species, such as the blacktip reef shark, are capable of using the Earth's magnetic field to help them find their way back to specific locations, like breeding grounds, or areas rich in food. This ability to navigate using geomagnetic cues, combined with their social interactions in groups, highlights the complexity of their behavior and the important role that both environmental and biological factors play in their movements. Understanding how sharks coordinate in groups while utilizing the Earth's magnetic field provides valuable insight into their ecological roles and the importance of preserving their habitats. As these magnificent creatures continue to inspire awe and curiosity among nature enthusiasts, sharks, those fascinating and often misunderstood creatures of the ocean, have a remarkable ability to navigate through vast distances in the water, and this ability is influenced, in part, by the moon and other celestial bodies. Sharks, like many animals, rely on a combination of different senses to find their way, and one of those senses is the Earth's magnetic field. However, the moon and its phases also play a significant role in how sharks navigate, especially during certain times of the year. Research has shown that sharks can detect the Earth's magnetic field using specialized cells in their bodies, which allow them to perceive magnetic fields as a kind of map, helping them to orient themselves in the ocean. But interestingly, the moon's position can affect the ocean's tides and currents, which can alter the magnetic fields that sharks are used to. For instance, during a full moon, the tides are typically higher, which can change the underwater landscape, creating new currents and affecting how magnetic fields are distributed in certain areas. Sharks may adjust their navigation strategies based on these changes, using the moon as a guide not just for the tides, but also for the subtle shifts in magnetic orientation. Additionally, the lunar cycle influences the behavior of many marine species, including the prey that sharks hunt. During certain phases of the moon, like the new moon or the full moon, fish and other marine animals may be more active or change their feeding patterns. This increased activity can lead to better hunting opportunities for sharks, and as a result, they may adjust their migratory routes and feeding strategies accordingly. Thus, the moon indirectly plays a vital role in how sharks navigate by influencing the availability of prey, which in turn affects their movement patterns. Moreover, other celestial bodies such as the sun and stars also contribute to the navigation capabilities of sharks. While sharks primarily rely on magnetic fields, they can also use the position of the sun during the day and the stars at night as additional guides. This ability to use multiple sources of information highlights the adaptability of these creatures, allowing them to thrive in diverse environments, from shallow coastal waters to the deep ocean. In summary, while the magnetic field is a crucial tool for sharks, the moon and other celestial bodies complement this navigation system, providing additional information that helps sharks make sense of their environment, find food, and migrate effectively. This intricate relationship between sharks and celestial navigation is a reminder of the complexity of nature, where even small changes in the environment can magnetoreception. A fascinating and complex sense allows certain animals to detect the Earth's magnetic fields, guiding them in navigation and orientation. Sharks, among these remarkable creatures, have developed a unique ability to utilize magnetoreception, setting them apart from many other animals. Sharks possess specialized sensory organs called ampullae of Lorenzini, which are jelly-filled pores located around their snouts. These organs are primarily known for detecting electric fields generated by the movements of other animals in the water, but they also play a critical role in the shark's ability to sense magnetic fields. The ampullae of Lorenzini contain electroreceptors that are sensitive to changes in both electric and magnetic fields, allowing sharks to perceive subtle variations in the Earth's magnetic field, which can be essential for long-distance navigation, especially during migration. Unlike many birds, which are believed to have magnetoreception linked to their eyes and utilize light-sensitive proteins to detect magnetic fields, sharks rely on their ampullae to interpret the magnetic cues in their environment. This adaptation is particularly useful in the vast ocean, where visual cues can be limited due to depth, murkiness, or distance. Research suggests that sharks may use the Earth's magnetic field in conjunction with other senses, such as smell and sight, to navigate effectively to breeding grounds or feeding areas, illustrating a multifaceted approach to survival that is distinct from the strategies employed by land animals. In contrast, other migratory species, like sea turtles and certain birds, exhibit different mechanisms for magnetoreception. For instance, sea turtles have been shown to use a combination of magnetic information and visual landmarks to navigate across vast ocean distances. Birds, on the other hand, may rely on a magnetic compass that is influenced by the Earth's magnetic field, using it alongside environmental cues such as the position of the sun and stars. These differences highlight the diversity of adaptations across species, tailored to their specific habitats and lifestyles. Sharks' ability to detect magnetic fields can also aid them in locating prey, as they can hone in on the subtle electric signals produced by the movements of other creatures in the water, in addition to utilizing magnetic cues. This unique sensory integration allows them to be highly effective hunters in various marine environments. Interestingly, studies have suggested that sharks can even sense the magnetic fields of underwater features such as seamounts or continental shelves, which may provide information about the geography they are swimming over, enhancing their navigational skills. In summary, while magnetoreception sharks possess fascinating physiological adaptations that enhance their ability to navigate using magnetic fields, a skill that is crucial for their survival, migration, and hunting. One of the most remarkable adaptations is the presence of specialized sensory organs known as the ampullae of Lorenzini. These are small jelly-filled sacs located primarily in the shark's head, which can detect weak electric fields and changes in magnetic fields in their environment. The ampullae of Lorenzini are sensitive enough to pick up on the Earth's magnetic field, allowing sharks to sense the direction and strength of magnetic stimuli, which they can use to navigate through vast oceanic expanses. Additionally, sharks have a lateral line system, a series of fluid-filled canals running along the sides of their bodies. This system allows them to detect vibrations and movements in the water, which can also be influenced by magnetic fields. The combination of the ampullae of Lorenzini and the lateral line system gives sharks a unique ability to sense their surroundings, not just visually or through smell, but also through the magnetic and vibrational cues in the environment, which is particularly useful in murky waters or during long-distance migrations. Furthermore, studies suggest that sharks may use their electroreceptive capabilities, which allow them to detect electrical signals generated by the movement of water and even the heartbeat of prey, in conjunction with magnetic navigation. This ability enables them to locate prey even when it is hidden beneath the ocean floor or obscured by environmental factors. The integration of these sensory modalities makes sharks exceptional navigators, able to traverse thousands of miles of ocean with incredible precision. These patterns indicate that some shark species, such as the great white shark and the hammerhead shark, might allow with magnetic anomalies in the Earth's magnetic field. These patterns indicate that some shark species just be breeding or feeding grounds, which they utilize to orient themselves during long migrations or when returning to specific breeding or feeding grounds. This remarkable adaptation not only enhances their ability to find food and mates, but also plays a crucial role in their overall survival in the diverse and often challenging oceanic environments they inhabit. The study of these adaptations continues to reveal the complexity and sophistication of shark behavior, highlighting their incredible evolutionary journey as apex predators of the sea. Sharks possess remarkable navigational abilities, which significantly enhance their hunting strategies in the vast, open ocean. These incredible creatures, known for their keen senses, rely on a combination of biological features and environmental cues to locate prey. One of the most fascinating aspects of their navigation is their ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field. Sharks have specialized cells called ampullae of Lorenzini, which allow them to sense electromagnetic fields generated by the Earth, helping them navigate over long distances and find their way through the open waters. This magnetic sense is particularly useful during migrations, when sharks travel thousands of miles to breeding or feeding grounds, as it helps them maintain a consistent direction, even in the featureless expanse of the ocean. In addition to their magnetic sense, sharks are highly sensitive to vibrations and sounds in the water. The lateral line system, a series of sensory organs running along the sides of their bodies, detects minute changes in water pressure and movement, alerting them to the presence of nearby prey or potential threats. This ability to sense vibrations gives sharks a significant advantage when hunting, as they can detect the movements of fish or other marine animals from great distances, even in murky waters where visibility is low. Coupled with their acute sense of smell, which allows them to detect blood and other chemical cues in the water from miles away, sharks can effectively track and ambush their prey with precision. Moreover, the visual adaptations of sharks further enhance their hunting strategies. Many species are equipped with a special layer of tissue behind their retinas called the tapetum lucidum, which reflects light and improves their vision in dimly lit conditions, such as those found in deeper waters or during twilight hours. This adaptation enables them to spot prey more easily, as they can see better in low-light environments than many other predators. The combination of keen eyesight, exceptional hearing, and the ability to sense electromagnetic fields creates a formidable set of tools for sharks, allowing them to stalk, chase, and capture their prey with remarkable efficiency. Sharks also utilize their understanding of ocean currents and tides to their advantage. By swimming with the currents, they can conserve energy while covering vast distances in search of food. This strategic movement not only helps them find prey, but also allows them to be in the right place at the right time, especially when schools of fish are migrating or spawning. The interplay between their navigational skills and the dynamic nature of ocean currents contributes to their success as apex predators in marine ecosystems. Finally, sharks possess an extraordinary ability to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field, a skill that offers them numerous evolutionary advantages, making them some of the most effective predators in the ocean. This remarkable navigation ability is primarily due to specialized cells called electroreceptors found in their snouts, which are sensitive to electric fields in the water, as well as possibly tiny magnetic particles in their bodies that respond to the Earth's magnetic fields. By utilizing these adaptations, sharks can detect changes in the magnetic field, allowing them to orient themselves over vast distances, which is particularly beneficial for migration. During certain times of the year, many shark species embark on long migrations, often traveling thousands of miles between feeding and breeding grounds. This ability to navigate accurately means that sharks can find reliable food sources and suitable environments for reproduction, which increases their chances of survival and the survival of their offspring. Moreover, being able to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field helps sharks avoid predators and find their way back to familiar habitats, where they may have established territories or discovered abundant prey. Another evolutionary advantage is the ability to remain in areas with optimal environmental conditions. Sharks can use the magnetic field to locate regions with favorable temperatures or salinity levels, which can impact their hunting efficiency and overall health. For instance, certain species of sharks are known to prefer specific depths or areas that may be rich in prey during particular seasons. By accurately navigating to these locations, they enhance their foraging success, which is vital for their energy needs and reproductive success. Furthermore, this navigation skill may also play a role in the social behavior of sharks. Many species exhibit migratory patterns that involve traveling in groups or schools, and being able to navigate together enhances their chances of encountering food. The ability to find and follow these migration routes can also facilitate genetic diversity, as sharks from different regions may come together during breeding seasons, which can strengthen the population's resilience to changes in their environment. Additionally, the ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field may help sharks maintain a stable position in the water column while hunting or resting. This stability allows them to conserve energy, as they can use the magnetic cues to remain oriented without expending unnecessary effort to swim against currents or tides. This energy conservation is crucial, especially for larger species that require substantial amounts of food to sustain their size and activity levels. In summary, the evolutionary advantages of sharks being able to navigate using the Earth's magnetic field are multifaceted, encompassing improved migration efficiency, access to optimal feeding grounds, enhanced reproductive success. Through researchers differentiate between instinctual navigation and learned behaviors in sharks through various methods, combining field studies, controlled experiments, and advanced tracking technologies. One key approach involves observing shark movements in their natural habitats, where scientists can analyze patterns in how sharks navigate to feeding grounds, mating sites, or migration routes. By using satellite tags and GPS trackers, researchers gather data on the sharks' movements over extended periods, which allows them to see if the sharks consistently return to the same locations, suggesting instinctual navigation, or if they change routes based on environmental factors, indicating learned behaviors. In addition, researchers conduct controlled experiments in laboratory settings where they can manipulate variables such as the availability of certain landmarks or the presence of other sharks to see how these changes affect a shark's ability to navigate. For example, if a shark consistently finds its way to a food source in the absence of familiar landmarks, it may suggest that the shark relies on innate instincts, while a shark that adjusts its route based on previous experiences with environmental changes demonstrates learned behavior. Furthermore, genetic studies also play a role in understanding these differences. By comparing the genetic makeup of various shark species, researchers can identify traits that may be linked to navigation abilities. Some species might possess specific adaptations that enhance their instinctual navigation, like the ability to detect the Earth's magnetic fields, while others may exhibit more flexible, learned behaviors in response to their environments. Additionally, researchers look at the age of the sharks, as younger sharks may rely more on learned behaviors, while older sharks with more experience might show a greater reliance on instinctual navigation. By examining the behaviors of sharks of different ages, scientists can gain insights into how navigation strategies develop over a shark's life. Furthermore, studies involving social learning have shown that sharks can observe and learn from the behaviors of other sharks, which indicates that learned behaviors can play a significant role in navigation. For instance, if a young shark follows an older, experienced shark to a feeding area, this may highlight the importance of social learning in their navigation strategies. Lastly, researchers consider environmental influences, such as changes in water temperature, salinity, and currents, which can affect how sharks navigate. By analyzing the responses of sharks to these environmental changes, scientists can better understand the balance between instinctual navigation and learned behaviors, shedding light on how these magnificent creatures adapt to their surroundings while traversing vast oceanic distances. Human activity, particularly underwater construction, can significantly affect sharks' ability to navigate using their natural magnetic senses. Sharks, like many other marine animals, possess specialized cells called electroreceptors, which allow them to detect the Earth's magnetic field. This ability is crucial for their long-distance migration, as it helps them find food, breeding grounds, and navigate through vast ocean waters. However, when humans engage in underwater construction, such as building bridges, tunnels, or offshore wind farms, it introduces a range of disturbances to the marine environment. The construction process often involves the use of heavy machinery, which can create vibrations and noise that disrupt the natural ambience of the underwater habitat. These noises, along with changes in water quality and sedimentation, can interfere with sharks' communication and their ability to sense their surroundings. Moreover, underwater construction can lead to increased electromagnetic fields, especially if electrical cables are laid on the ocean floor. Electromagnetic fields can interfere with sharks' electroreception, making it harder for them to detect the subtle electric signals emitted by their prey or other marine life. Studies have shown that sharks can be sensitive to changes in their environment, and disruptive construction activities may cause them to alter their migratory routes, leading them to avoid areas where human activity is prominent. Additionally, construction can lead to habitat destruction, affecting not only sharks, but also the entire ecosystem they inhabit. Coral reefs, seagrass beds, and other critical habitats can be damaged, which diminishes the biodiversity that sharks rely on for sustenance. Furthermore, the introduction of artificial structures into the ocean can change the local hydrodynamics, leading to alterations in water flow and temperature. These changes can affect the distribution of prey species, making it difficult for sharks to find food. As a result, they may struggle to maintain their populations in areas where human construction is prevalent. In some cases, sharks may even become stranded in areas of high human activity, which can lead to increased mortality rates. The cumulative effect of all these factors shows that while sharks are resilient creatures, their natural magnetic navigation and overall survival are compromised by human-induced changes in their environment, leading to a need for more sustainable practices in marine construction and development. Sharks are fascinating creatures, known for their remarkable ability to navigate through vast oceans, and recent research has revealed that underwater topography plays a crucial role in how they use magnetic cues for navigation. Scientists have discovered that the ocean floor is not flat, but rather a complex landscape filled with ridges, valleys, and other features, and these variations can impact how sharks perceive and utilize the Earth's magnetic field for orientation. Sharks possess a unique sense called electroreception, which allows them to detect electric fields in the water, and combined with their ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field, they can effectively navigate long distances. When swimming near areas with distinct underwater structures, such as seamounts or canyons, sharks may use these features as landmarks, helping them to orient themselves. And these topographical variations can also alter the magnetic field in subtle ways, creating a complex interplay that sharks may exploit. Research indicates that sharks may be able to detect these changes in the magnetic field caused by underwater features, which can guide them toward feeding grounds, breeding areas, or migration routes. For instance, when approaching a continental shelf or a submerged mountain, sharks might adjust their swimming patterns based on the magnetic cues they receive, helping them to maintain their course. Furthermore, studies have shown that certain species of sharks, such as the great white shark, exhibit a strong preference for specific topographical features, suggesting that they may have evolved to rely on these elements for navigation over generations. The intricate relationship between a shark's navigation and the underwater landscape illustrates how adaptable and instinctual these creatures truly are, allowing them to thrive in their marine environments. Additionally, The influence of underwater topography extends beyond just navigation. It also affects prey distribution, which in turn impacts shark behavior. Areas with varied topography might concentrate prey species, providing sharks with abundant hunting opportunities. This means that not only do sharks navigate using magnetic cues influenced by the underwater landscape, but their success in finding food can also depend on the characteristics of the ocean floor. As scientists continue to study the complexities of shark navigation, the interplay between magnetic cues and underwater topography reveals the sophisticated ways in which sharks interact with their environment, showcasing the incredible adaptations that have allowed these predators to roam the oceans for millions of years. Sharks are fascinating creatures, known for their incredible adaptations to their environments, and one of the most intriguing aspects of their biology is their ability to detect electromagnetic fields, which they use for navigation and hunting. In areas with weak or distorted magnetic fields, sharks can exhibit noticeable changes in behavior, reflecting their reliance on these natural cues. Research has shown that when sharks encounter disturbances in the Earth's magnetic field, such as those caused by underwater geological formations, human-made structures, or even unusual weather patterns, their typical patterns of movement can become erratic. Instead of following a stable migratory route, they may display disorientation, swimming in circles or changing depths more frequently, as they attempt to recalibrate their internal compass. Additionally, studies have indicated that during these instances, sharks may become less efficient hunters. When the magnetic field is altered, they might struggle to locate prey, as their electroreceptive abilities, which are finely tuned to detect the electrical signals emitted by prey, can be hindered. This disruption can lead to increased energy expenditure as they search more extensively for food. Interestingly, some species of sharks have also been observed to change their social behavior in response to magnetic field variations. For example, they might become more solitary, or conversely form larger groups as they seek out familiar individuals that can provide social cues or help with navigation. Moreover, the impact of magnetic field changes isn't uniform across all shark species. Some species, like the great white shark, which rely heavily on the Earth's magnetic field for long-distance migrations, may show more pronounced behavioral shifts compared to species that inhabit localized areas. These differences highlight the adaptability of sharks, as they have evolved various strategies to cope with environmental changes, but they also underscore the potential threats that human activities, such as underwater construction or mining, pose to their natural behaviors. The ability of sharks to navigate and hunt effectively is crucial for their survival, and disturbances to their magnetic environment can have significant consequences, not just for individual sharks but for entire ecosystems they inhabit. In the end, understanding how sharks respond to changes in magnetic fields not only deepens our knowledge of these remarkable animals, but also emphasizes the importance of preserving the natural environments that sustain them. The behaviors exhibited by sharks in response to magnetic disturbances are a reminder of the complex and delicate balance within marine ecosystems, and the need to protect these environments for future generations of sharks, and the myriad of species that coexist with them. Disrupting the magnetic field in marine environments could have significant consequences for shark populations, as these creatures rely heavily on Earth's magnetic field for navigation and hunting. Sharks possess specialized electroreceptors, known as ampullae of Lorenzini, which allow them to detect minute changes in electromagnetic fields, helping them to orient themselves during migration, locate prey, and even find their way back to breeding or feeding grounds. If the magnetic field were to be disturbed, perhaps through human activities such as underwater construction, mining, or even climate change effects, sharks might struggle to navigate efficiently, leading to disorientation. This disorientation could result in sharks failing to reach vital habitats, which are essential for their life cycles, such as nurseries where they give birth, or areas rich in food sources. Moreover, the disruption could affect their ability to find mates, which is crucial for the continuation of their populations. If sharks are unable to locate breeding areas or congregate during mating seasons, this could lead to decreased reproductive success, ultimately affecting population numbers over time. Additionally, if sharks are unable to locate their prey due to magnetic interference, this could lead to starvation or a decline in health, further exacerbating the issue. Disrupted navigation might also push sharks into unfamiliar territories where they could encounter new predators or face increased competition for resources, making survival even more challenging. Furthermore, the implications of such disruptions could extend beyond individual sharks, impacting entire ecosystems. Sharks play a critical role as apex predators, maintaining the balance of marine life. If their populations decline due to navigational difficulties caused by magnetic field disruptions, this could lead to overpopulation of smaller fish species, which in turn could affect the health of coral reefs and other marine habitats, as sharks are pivotal in controlling the populations of prey species. Their decline could result in cascading effects throughout the food web, ultimately altering the entire marine environment. The potential consequences of disrupting the magnetic field are complex and interconnected, illustrating how crucial it is to consider the broader impacts of human activities on marine ecosystems. Understanding these dynamics is essential for conservation efforts aimed at protecting not only shark populations, but also the health of our oceans as a whole. Sharks, fascinating creatures of the ocean, are known for their remarkable adaptations, which allow them to thrive in their aquatic environments. One of the most interesting aspects of their navigation skills is how they utilize a combination of sensory modalities, including vision, smell, and even magnetic fields, to find their way through the vast ocean. Sharks have excellent vision, particularly in low light conditions, which is crucial for hunting during dawn or dusk, times when many fish are most active. Their eyes contain a layer of cells called the tapetum lucidum, which enhances their ability to see in dim light, allowing them to detect movement and shapes more effectively than many other marine animals. Alongside their keen eyesight, sharks possess an extraordinary sense of smell, which can detect even the faintest traces of blood from miles away. This incredible olfactory ability comes from their highly developed nasal organs, which are equipped with a vast number of olfactory receptors. Sharks can sense chemicals in the water, and this sense is particularly important when they are hunting or trying to find mates. When a shark detects a scent, it can follow the concentration gradient to locate the source, making it an expert tracker in its environment. But what's truly remarkable is how sharks combine these senses with their ability to detect the Earth's magnetic field. This magnetic sense, known as magnetoreception, allows sharks to navigate across long distances, even when visual cues are scarce. Researchers believe that sharks have specialized cells containing magnetite, a magnetic mineral, which helps them sense magnetic fields and use them as a sort of internal compass. This ability is especially vital during migrations, where sharks travel thousands of miles between feeding and breeding grounds. When a shark is navigating, it doesn't rely on just one sense. Instead, it integrates information from its eyes, nose, and magnetic receptors. For instance, when a shark is swimming in open water, it may first use its vision to spot potential prey or landmarks. If visibility decreases, it can switch to its acute sense of smell to pick up chemical signals in the water, all the while using its magnetic sense to maintain its course. This multi-sensory approach is essential for their survival, enabling them to hunt efficiently, avoid predators, and find their way through the vast, often featureless ocean. Research has shown that sharks can even adjust their behavior based on the sensory information they receive. For example, in a murky environment, they may rely more heavily on their sense of smell and magnetic navigation rather than visual sights. Sharks are fascinating creatures, and their ability to navigate and hunt using the Earth's magnetic field is a topic of much interest. But there are still many questions that remain unanswered in the scientific community regarding this remarkable ability. One major question is, how exactly do sharks perceive the magnetic field? While some studies have suggested that sharks may have specialized electroreceptors called ampullae of Lorenzini, which can detect weak electrical fields, the precise mechanism by which they sense and interpret the magnetic field remains unclear. Additionally, researchers are investigating whether sharks rely solely on this magnetic sense for navigation, or if they use a combination of other senses, such as sight, smell, and environmental cues to find their way. Another intriguing question is whether all shark species possess this magnetic sensitivity, or if it varies among different species, and if so, what evolutionary advantages might this provide? Furthermore, scientists are curious about the extent of the magnetic field's influence on shark behavior, particularly during migrations, as sharks travel vast distances across oceans. How do changes in the magnetic field, caused by natural phenomena or human activities, impact their migratory patterns and overall behavior? There's also a growing interest in whether sharks can learn to associate specific magnetic fields with particular locations, which could suggest a level of cognitive ability that we have yet to fully understand. Moreover, researchers are exploring how environmental factors such as temperature and salinity might affect a shark's ability to detect and respond to magnetic fields, and whether these factors could influence their distribution in the oceans. The important aspect that remains largely unexplored in the magnetic field and breeding grounds. As we delve deeper into the mysteries of sharks and their interactions with the magnetic environment, these questions remain vital for understanding not only the biology of these incredible animals, but also their role in the marine ecosystem and how we can ensure their conservation in a rapidly changing world. Researchers measure the effectiveness of magnetic navigation in sharks through a variety of innovative methods that help them understand how these fascinating creatures use Earth's magnetic field for orientation and navigation. One common approach involves conducting experiments in controlled environments, such as large tanks or flume systems, where scientists can simulate different magnetic fields while observing the shark's responses. By altering the magnetic fields, researchers can determine if the sharks are able to detect and react to changes, which can reveal the extent of their magnetic sensitivity. Furthermore, researchers often use a technique known as electroreception